At Sandown Park, where thankfully the rain has just about relented. The horse in shot there is Ivory's Promise, another one of the Ken Ivory production line, another Ken Ivory special. Arriving here from Longchamp, hot foot via light aircraft and helicopter to pilot this Jack Berry runner. Jack has had such a fantastic season. He won the Temple Stakes here, of course, yet. Luna Prospector, by the way, 3.5 lengths back in third that day. Big home reputation. And rather like Jack Berry, Mick Channon's Juvenile's going very well. He's already into double figures with winners so far this season. It was a pretty respectable effort first time up, wasn't it, by a horse having her first experience of a racecourse?
It was. She was getting weight from the winner, mind you, as I say, who previously won at Redcar, I think it was, or Thirsk. To be honest, I think if you asked Mick, he'd hold his hands up and say he was actually disappointed. Such was his expectations for this filly that he did expect her to oblige. She was a little bit green, she stayed on well, but she's got run out of it. Now, you know, if she's gained £10 for the experience, in receipt of £10 from Speedy James, that gives her an outstanding chance. So if you want to oppose an odds-on favourite, then she won
a hell of a lot since her opening appearance when she was 5th of 7 at Newbury. She dwelt, and really any chance was gone when she popped out of the stalls rather slowly and eventually finished 6 lengths behind Golden Silk. Sure to improve.
Speedy James now 6-4 on, having opened up at 5-4 on. They don't like the Shannon run and Bint Al, who's gone out to 7-2. Neither Monkston Point, who's 8-1, and Richard Hannon. Punters don't think he can maintain his brilliant record in this race because his horse is now 10-1 from 8s. 33's Luna Prospector, Ivory's Promise at 40s, and that's the same price for Little Movie Star.
We mentioned Monkston Point a little earlier and the where the form has panned out in that race. David Arbuthnot's having a good season, and that's good to see after a couple of quiet years. One or two that we haven't seen, though, yet. We've glimpsed Ivory's Promise, one of the outsiders, admittedly, but Ken Ivory, what a phenomenal record he has with juveniles and bargain basement juveniles as well. This was another one, the grey in this race, ran really well to be a close 5th in a warm Newmarket maiden on her debut, and then an easy 3-length winner in a modest event, it has to be said, at Bath over 5. Still a bit green that day by all accounts, but he has a real eye for a bargain, doesn't he, David?
He's a tremendous man for buying out of the bargain basement, and you know, he's not afraid to have a tilt at the big boys. Remember, he campaigned Vax Star at Royal Ascot and Glorious Goodwood and ran some tremendous races. It might not have been the best contest at Bath that this filly won, but there was 18 of them in it, so you wouldn't expect it to have been a dire contest. And she's very, very sharp indeed, so there's no doubt, you know, the 5 will be well within her grasp. You know, she's got the pace to win again over 5, and since they've moved the rails over to the far side because of the ground, that puts her, instead of being in the middle of the course, closer to the running rail. So now 7 has the advantage of the draw as opposed to 1, so it puts her just you know, 2 off the rail, so that could help her indeed.
Very freely to post, and the last one to go forward, going towards stall number 6, is going to be Amazing Dream. Amazing Dream is the last to go in. They're set for the National.
They're under starters' orders. They're off.
5 furlongs to the National Stakes listed, and they're going through the early stages. The Amazing Dream, the first to begin. Monkston Point, who jinxed the stalls open prominent the far side. Speedy James is also showing plenty of early dash in a wall of 3 as they go through the first furlong and a half. Bint Al Ale is racing back in 4 and races freely, followed by Luna Prospector, who's next in the field. Little Movie Star, and trailing them by 2.5 lengths. They go towards the final 2.5 is Ivory's Promise. Racing then inside the final 2.25 furlongs. On the near side, Speedy James has got that noseband in front now over Amazing Dream, and Monkston Point almost making a line of 3. Here comes Frankie on Bint Al Ale in the yellow jacket now to get interesting, and it's 4 in line as they go down towards the final furlong, and Bint Al Ale has burst through between horses. In second place is Speedy James, back in third is Monkston Point, but Bint Al Ale has cleared away inside the final 150. Frankie takes a look over his shoulder. There's no danger. This horse has slooshed home. Bint Al Ale takes the National Stakes in great style. Tight for the minors, Monkston Point and Speedy James.
A reputation burst, and pretty emphatically as well. Bint Al running right away from Speedy James in the closing stages there. Bint Al slowest